Hi there, this is Tina at TRS and it's TRS review time. Today's our first official review video and it's for a book by a personal favorite of mine, Julia Linden. We meant to get started on video content a little earlier this year, but my family had a house fire in March. No one was hurt and our house was safe, but it's a good time to remind you to make sure you have smoke alarms in your house and fire extinguishers ready to go, and check them once in a while. Okay, so our first official review video, we're reviewing Julia Linden's The Charmer and Chaps. It's available now from Berkeley, and you can read more about Julia Linden if you've never read her before at her site at julialinden.com. She is amazing. Plus, it's a real treat to get to review the first book in a brand new series for this. After surviving a childhood in the foster system, Ella Kendall doesn't have a lot to her name. She has her dog, her pig, and a home she just inherited that could use a little work. She remembers Luca Prince and remembers that he was a player. Yeah, he's gorgeous and charming, but she has no intention of falling for that. On a side note, one of Julia's best qualities is the heroes she makes. They're irresistible. The youngest son of Cimarron County's Prince family, Luca had once quite a reputation for getting into trouble and womanizing. But he's not the same person he once was, and he means to prove that. There's just one little problem with this plan, and she has beautiful eyes and a penchant for sass. Luca knows Ella doesn't trust easily and understands she has no reason to trust him at all. But he wants to be there for her, to be someone she needs. She's the only woman he wants, and he wants to be the one to give her the happiness and the home that she's never really had. Because he's awesome like that. The first in Julia Linden's Princes of Texas series, The Charmer and Chaps, won me over. I've been a fan of Miss Linden's historical romances for years, but normally don't select cowboy-type romances for myself. This book, however, swept me away to Cimarron County, and a story infused with the same humor and chemistry that keeps me coming back to this author to begin with. And I have to agree with her there. Julia writes some of the most amazing humor in her stories. The back and forth between these two characters was incredibly fun to watch. The story had a lot of heart, too. Our characters have changed a lot since high school. In some ways, not so much. They both learn not to make assumptions, to listen, to learn. Kudos to the author for taking on the subject of learning disability with such intelligence and dignity. As someone with the same disability, I really appreciated that. Thank you. The Charmer and Chaps is the start of a series I'm personally looking forward to reading. The characters are people I'd love to have as neighbors. The dialogue is spot on, and the story's going to have you up until 4 a.m., but it's worth it. Luca and Ella's story is beautiful, moving, and funny as hell. This is the perfect book to put at the top of your summer reading list. Not normally into cowboy romances? Trust me, give it a read. You'll love this story. TRS gives The Charmer and Chaps a 5 of 5 possible hearts and was reviewed for us by Ivy. You can read the review at our site too. There's a link in the description. Get a copy of this book today at Amazon. That link's in the description too. That's all for now. If you're interested in reviewing for us, send us an email through our site at www.theromancestudio.com. Thanks for visiting. Subscribe, hit that like button, ring the notification bell so you'll be notified when we drop another video. And thank you so much.